Does the soul truly exist in our world? A comprehensive exploration. The question of whether the soul exists has intrigued humanity for millennia. From ancient civilizations to modern thinkers, the soul has been a central theme in philosophy, religion, and even science. While some argue that the soul is a metaphysical entity, others consider it a product of human imagination or a poetic metaphor for consciousness. This script aims to explore the concept of the soul, examining its existence through various lenses. The concept of the soul. Definitions and origins. What is the soul? The term soul often refers to an immaterial essence of a being, typically considered immortal and integral to human identity. While definitions vary, most agree that the soul is distinct from the physical body and often associated with consciousness, morality, and emotions. Historical origins. The concept of the soul can be traced back to ancient cultures. In Egyptian mythology, the Ka and Ba represented aspects of the soul, while Greek philosophers like Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle debated its nature. Plato viewed the soul as eternal and separate from the body, while Aristotle considered it the form or essence of a living being. Religious perspectives on the soul. The soul in Christianity, Christian theology, emphasizes the immortality of the soul. According to the Bible, the soul is a divine gift that connects humans to God. Key passages, such as Genesis 2:7, describe how God breathed life into man, symbolizing the soul's divine origin. Christian eschatology also speaks of the soul's journey after death, emphasizing concepts of heaven, hell, and purgatory too, Hinduism and the Atman. In Hinduism, the soul or Atman is considered eternal and unchanging. It is seen as a fragment of the universal spirit, Brahman. The cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, samsara, is driven by the soul's karma, with the ultimate goal being liberation, moksha, where the soul merges with the divine through Buddhism and the non-soul doctrine. Interestingly, Buddhism challenges the traditional notion of a soul. The doctrine of anatta, no self, denies the existence of a permanent, unchanging soul. Instead, it views the self as a collection of transient elements, skandhas. Liberation in Buddhism involves realizing this truth and attaining nirvana for Islamic view on the soul. Islamic teachings describe the soul, nafs or ruh, as a divine creation. The Quran emphasizes the soul's accountability, stating that it will face judgment after death. The soul's purity and righteousness determine its eternal fate in paradise or hell. Indigenous and animistic beliefs. Many indigenous cultures and animistic traditions believe that everything, including animals, plants, and natural phenomena, possesses a soul or spirit. These beliefs emphasize the interconnectedness of all life and the spiritual essence that pervades the universe. Philosophical perspectives. Dualism. Dualism, championed by philosophers like René Descartes, posits that the mind or soul and body are distinct entities. Descartes famously declared, "I think, therefore I am," suggesting that the soul's ability to think proves its existence. Materialism. Materialists argue that consciousness and identity arise from physical processes in the brain. Philosophers like Thomas Hobbes and modern neuroscientists contend that the soul is an outdated concept, replaced by a deeper understanding of the brain's functions. Idealism. Idealists, such as George Berkeley, argue that reality itself is a construct of the mind or soul. They suggest that the physical world is secondary to mental or spiritual phenomena. Existentialism. Existentialists like Jean-Paul Sartre reject the idea of a predefined soul, emphasizing human freedom and responsibility. According to this view, individuals create their essence through actions, rather than possessing an inherent soul. Scientific perspectives on the soul, neuroscience, and consciousness. Modern neuroscience attributes consciousness to brain activity. Studies on brain damage and neuroimaging reveal how specific regions of the brain influence emotions, memories, and decision-making. While this challenges traditional views of the soul, it does not entirely disprove its existence. Near-death experiences, NDEs. NDEs are often cited as evidence for the soul. Individuals who have been clinically dead and revived frequently report experiences of light, peace, or meeting deceased loved ones. While skeptics attribute these phenomena to brain activity during trauma, others view them as glimpses of the soul's journey. Quantum physics and the soul. Some theorists suggest that quantum mechanics could explain the soul. Theories like the Orkor model propose that consciousness arises from quantum processes in the brain. While speculative, these ideas open intriguing possibilities for understanding the soul scientific.